Today I'm going to be telling y'all how to have a good voice. So why do you want to have a good voice? Well, if you want to be listened to and thought highly of, speaking is super important. Most communication is nonverbal. This matters in every aspect of life. For example, if you tell a joke, it's not going to be funny unless you say it correctly. Okay, so first, a common pitfall to avoid is don't worry about being fake or changing your persona between people. The idea that you have one personality or voice is just a myth. Your voice is like an instrument which you can play differently in different situations. Okay, so my first tip for voice is relax your body and your diaphragm and do neck exercises. This one is super important because it completely changes the quality of your voice. You can have a voice that comes from the neck and the chest area, or you can have a voice that comes from your diaphragm. A voice that comes from the diaphragm sounds a lot deeper and more resonant. So, how do we do this? Well, there's a few things you can do. The first you can do is squeeze your bladder like you're about to poop. What this does is it basically helps you identify where the voice should go, because the voice should go all the way down to your bladder, to your lower belly. The second is breathing in and out from your stomach, and doing this also identifies how you should be breathing when you're talking, or at least where the voice should go. You can see your stomach go up and down when you do this. The third thing you can do is relax your body, which also gives the benefit of making your voice sound less stressed. Once you identify what it's like to speak from the diaphragm, you won't need to do any of these things, although relaxing your body still does help. You can also use voice tools to identify when you're speaking from your diaphragm. You will know when the graph for hertz goes down that your voice is getting deeper and that you're speaking from your diaphragm. One more thing you can do is neck exercises, which will help make your voice more supported and relaxed. They also help your posture. Just make sure not to get sore by stretching your neck periodically, because this can make your voice higher if your neck is sore. Okay, so the next thing to do is speak in phrases, not words. Why do this? Well, honestly, I don't know how to explain it, but it just makes your speech a lot more interesting and makes you sound a lot more confident than droning on. Also, don't use filler words. Just trust me on this one, guys. Okay, the next thing we want to do is enunciate. Enunciation is basically saying your words clearly. There's no magic art to this. Just when you talk, make an effort not to mumble and instead say your words clearly, as well as making an effort to emphasize the correct parts of the word. And then finally, you want to talk louder at times. Although you don't need to talk loud all the time, it's important in groups and speeches so that your voice is more exciting and easier to hear. You never want to be the guy who the teacher is telling to speak up. And finally, the number one thing, practice. Of course, this is the most important thing, and the way I would suggest doing this is using voice memos. You can do this by recording your conversations throughout the day to get an accurate representation of what you talk like, or you can turn on, you can turn on voice memos in your pocket in the morning, and then you can basically hear your conversations throughout the day. Just don't show it to anyone because that looks really creepy. Another thing you can do is just practice talking into voice memos. And the best part of all is voice memos has a feature where you can skip pauses so you'll only hear your conversations. And then one more thing you can do is go to the Hertz tool on voice tools, and you can see how deep your voice is and see like doing what makes your voice deeper. Good luck with your journey, guys. Please like and subscribe if you want no BS guides like this, and make sure to take notes on this video and practice so that you can actually make a change in your life. Thank you.